Hello, welcome to Cami Designs. I'm Cami, and I'm going to show you that you can knit on a budget. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to knit something really nice. The first thing that I got into knitting was I got this book. You can get it at Walmart for around $10, and it comes with everything you need to do the patterns included in this book, except the yarn. The yarn I use on most of my projects is Red Heart, Super Saver usually. You can get it at Walmart. It's not too expensive, and it comes in loads of different colors. You can also get it at Joann Fabrics and a few other yarn places. It's fairly inexpensive, and it comes in variegated colors. It comes in solid colors, and they're really nice to work with. They're not going to be your super soft cashmere yarn, but it's very comfortable, and it softens up as you wash it. The next yarn I use is this yarn. It's Premier Just Yarn, horse weighted. I get this at the Dollar Tree. I think it's $1.25 now. And you get 131 yards. And this is nice for projects you want to do color work in, because you might need only one skein, and you don't want to have a huge skein. And this also travels nicely if you take your yarn and your knitting supplies places. Then there are also different kinds of needles, depending on what you want to do and what you're comfortable with. There are plastic needles. There are wooden needles. There are very long needles. These are for bigger projects. You're not going to want to use this for like a small scarf. There are also double pointed needles. These are needles you will use when knitting a hat. When it gets too small, you can use for hats. You can use them on socks. That's mostly what they're used for. And you can get them in wood. I got these a huge set for really inexpensive on Amazon. These are one of my splurge items. And there's Pride. I love these needles, but I can't afford to buy every single set, so I just buy the needles I need when I need them. This set was given to me by a lady who got out of knitting. She got too old to knit, so she gave me all her knitting supplies. These are really nice. They're aluminum. I don't know the brand of them, but they're very comfortable, and they're perfect size for me. There are also circular needles, and you can get circular needles in different sizes. These sizes I have here are sock needles. They're 9 inches around, and these so I can continuously work a sock in the round. I don't have to use my double pointed needles. This is another sock needle. This is very comfortable, and I love this needle, but once again, I can't afford to buy the whole set, so I just buy the needles as I need them when I need them. This is a 16-inch round. This is perfect for hats and little small things like that. I also have an interchangeable set of round ones. These, you can change the length of your cord. You just unscrew them, just like that, to whatever size needle you need, and screw them back on. And it comes with a little tool in here that you put in here, this little hole right here, and you tighten it. And so it doesn't come unscrewed while you're knitting. It also comes with these little extenders here, so you can connect 2 of these cords and make it really long to get the desired length you need. It also comes with these little stoppers, as I call them. So if I need these needles for something else, but I'm not done with this project, I can just push my stitches onto the cord and then screw this on the end, and it holds my stitches. And then I can take my needles to another project. This set I got for my birthday from my mom, and it's fairly inexpensive. You can find them on Amazon for around $30. I love this set. I use this set the most often because it has every length I need except my sock needles. It does not come with 9-inch cord, but that's fine. I order those as I need them. And it comes in this nice little case. You can zip it up and you can just take it with you. Another thing I have is I have stitch counters or row counters. I got this on Amazon. I think it was $7. But beware, if you have children, they will like to play with it because it's cute. Got a little smiley face on it. And you can manually do it. Or you can push the top and it changes the stitches and the rows. Or you can lock it so it's not going to change if you throw it in your bag and you know right where you are. Other stitch counters are like this. And you just have to manually change the end. And these slide right onto your needle. You can keep them right on your needle so you know when to switch your rows. And you can get them in different sizes. And they come in different kits. There are also stitch markers. And there are a few different kinds of stitch markers. There's ones that open. So I have these that open. And then I got a whole set of them on Amazon for I think $5. But there's also these that are not, they do not open. And you cannot use these in crochet. But these are for knit. And they just go on here and you move them when you move your stitches. So those are nice too. It just depends on what you prefer to use. And you can get decorative ones. There are pretty ones. But these work perfect for me. And I'm not spending a lot of money on them. And I have loads of them. You can also use bobby pins. You can use hair ties. You can use all kinds of things if you don't want to spend the money for these. But a lot of kits will come with some. So that's not something you usually have to worry about. Other things that I use that you'll need at the end of your project is tapestry needles or yarn needles. These help weave your end loose yarn. Most kits come with them, so they're not really a hard find. Here are some cable needles. Sorry about that. Some cable needles. And these you just slip your stitches on and it holds it so you can make a cable. These are stitch holders. You just slide your stitches onto it when the pattern tells you to hold stitches. And a lot of people use these for sweaters and different things like that. I don't use them a whole lot, but I've never knit a sweater. I am a little intimidated by sweaters, but I will get there eventually. I also carry a pair of these little sheer scissors. They're compact enough and they have a little cover so you're not going to get stabbed with them. And they fit nice into a kit. Other things that come in most yarn kits, or things that if you order a needle set come with, is you will get a needle gauge. So how this works is if you need to know the size of, say, this needle. Most of them do have numbers. Let's see if I can get that here. Most of them do have numbers on the end. Can't see it really well. But this one is a 6. But say that didn't have that and I need to know what size it is. It should slide right into this 6 hole. And that will tell me that this is a size US 6 or a 4.25 millimeter. Also, you'll notice that there are numbers across the top and there's this hole here. This is for you to put onto a project and you can count how many stitches there are per inch so you can figure out your gauge. Make sure you are doing what the pattern requires. Other things that I use that are not a necessity but I always try to keep them in my yarn bag is this finger protector. I tend to, when I'm knitting, I push my needles with my fingers. And your fingers will get sore if you are a pusher. And so I got these. You get a pack of 3 at the Dollar Tree. And they come in handy. Another thing I always keep in my yarn bag is lotion. My hands get really dry working with yarn, and I tend to wash my hands a lot because of my job. So therefore, I always have lotion on me. And I always recommend getting a scent that you like to smell, because your yarn will smell like that until you wash it and block it. Another thing I use that is not a necessity, but I really like it, is this neck light. You can get them on Amazon. There's different brands, but this is the brand I got. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. And it's got 3 different lights. So you can see the different dimness, or the different brightness, but then you also have, you can change how bright you need it. And I got this on Amazon for $13. And you wear it around your neck, and it works perfect. Another thing that I have is I got these Pom-Pom Holders, or Pom-Pom Makers, I should say. And in a future video, I will show you how to work these, or how to do a pom-pom without having a pom-pom. But I got a set of 4 of these for $7 on Amazon. Amazon is my friend. I buy almost all my knitting supplies on Amazon, except my yarn. I like to go and get that myself from a store. I also have this. This is by Knitter's Pride, and it is a pattern holder. Let me zoom out here. Push some of this stuff out of the way. This holds my pattern. So you just unsnap it, and it opens, and then you have your pattern here, and it's got magnets to hold your pattern on. And you can line it up, follow your rows as you need. And this is for paper patterns. I use a couple apps to help me follow my stitches too, if I have just a PDF file I don't want to print off. It has a pocket, and I use this to hold the rest of the pattern. If a pattern is 4 pages long, I put the sheet I'm working on and then the rest in here so I don't lose it. This also holds a pen, and this does come with a pen, but I've taken it out and it's elsewhere. Another thing I like about this is there's multiple snaps on this, so you can bring it forward and snap it on there, and it sets up. It's like this, and you can just look at it and move it as need be, and you can adjust it since there's multiple snaps. So here's a longer one, so if you need it more on an angle. And oops, sorry about that. Technical difficulties there. This is for paper patterns. For PDF files, I tend to use Knit Companion. And you don't have to pay for a subscription just to use the basics on it. Other things I use is a notepad and pencil. You can get this stuff at the Dollar Tree, and I use this if I don't have a row counter, stitch counters. I can just make tallies. This also, if I need to take notes on a pattern, and I want to remember, I can either write it on the pattern, or if it's a PDF, I just will write it in my notebook. And I keep this with me, and it works great. Other things that usually come in knitting kits is a tape measure. So some patterns will tell you to knit this row until it measures this length, and that's why your tape measure comes in. They have different tape measures. This is just a soft tape measure. You'll have to manually roll it or fold it, however you want to put it. Some do attract. I do not have one of those. There are also some end covers, which I have not covered yet. But these are end protectors. So if I have knitting on here and I don't want to lose it, but I want to put it away, and I don't want my stitches to fall off the end, you put these on the end and it protects your needle ends and it helps stop your stitches from falling off the end. If you don't have these, you can take a rubber band and wrap it around the end and it will hold it. That's just a few simple things that I have learned in my process of knitting. In future videos, I will go over patterns that I design and make, and once I reach 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to start giving away a pattern per video, a pattern of your choice. I currently don't have any subscribers. This is new, so just a heads up, when I reach 2,000, I will start giving away patterns, and future videos I'm going to be going over how to do stitches, how to work patterns, how to read patterns, how to read all these little labels on your yarn, just things that I had to learn the hard way. And if you like this, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.